Sponsored by Taylor Freelance, Rainier Ballistics, Hodgdon Powders, and JPL Precision.
Hi, welcome to Power Factor. I'm Larry, and this week I'm going to chronograph some ammo for possibly a 40 caliber open gun that I've got in the works. So on a recent episode, I talked about the my Glock GSSF Indoor League experience, and told you guys that I won a pistol. And by the way, thanks to everybody that chimed in on my trivia question. It was good hearing from everybody on what Glock you would pick if you had won a pistol. And if you didn't see the message we put on Facebook or YouTube, I chose the Glock 31 for a couple different reasons, but essentially I'm going to take the 357 SIG barrel out of it and drop a Glock 35 barrel in, a Glock 35 barrel that I've already got, because my usual Glock 35 has a aftermarket Barstow barrel, and I still have the factory barrel from that. So essentially I'm leading up to using one of these two barrels for a 40 caliber open gun, which I'm going to use 135 grain Rainier Ballistics bullets with Hodgdon CFE Pistol Powder. Everything that I've researched seems to indicate that it would be a good powder, and I've used that bullet before in 40 open. So my plan today, we're just going to do a little chronographing, and I'm going to test both the Barstow and the factory barrel with these 135 grain bullets and see how the accuracy's looking and how the chronograph results are looking as well. So yeah, we're just gonna try it out. So we'll show you what chronographing is all about. So just in case you're new to the show or new to competition shooting, we have to make a power factor, hence the name of the show. And we take our bullet weight. We actually, in a major competition, you actually pull the bullet and weigh it, and then fire 3 rounds over the chronograph, average the velocity, and bullet weight times velocity, bullet weight in grains times velocity in feet per second, divide by 1,000. And if you're above 125, that's minor. If you're above 165, that's major. If you're below 125, you're shooting for no score. You're just shooting for fun. You can still shoot, but the ammo is too weak to be counted for score. So that's just a bit about how the game works. And so you can just kind of watch a chronograph procedure real quick, and I'll show you how that goes. Okay, so here I've got my my Rainier 135 grain bullet. I've got 8.0 grains of Hodgdon CFE pistol for my powder, and an overall length of 1.135. Now normally we don't give out load data like that, but this is spec load data. If you go to Hodgdon's website and you say you're shooting 40 caliber with a 135 grain bullet and you want to use CFE pistol, this is the starting load at 8.0 grains. So I don't feel bad about divulging that on the internet. So it's just, you know, check it. If you're going to try to duplicate this load, check it yourself, look it up yourself. Don't trust what you hear on the video. I might have misspoke. I don't think I did, but you know, it's always on you to check this stuff. Check published load data. So I've got 5 rounds loaded in the magazine, and we're going to be shooting the Glock 35 factory barrel, and let's just see how it goes. Okay, velocity 1219. $12.15. $12.54. $12.39. $12.42. Okay, so just real quick here, I'm going to switch out the barrel with my Barstow barrel that I typically shoot with, and we'll check the velocity of this to see if it's any different and to see if accuracy is anything significantly different. Of course, some of that's on me, but these are a bit snappy, but they're not too bad. With the lightweight bullet, that takes away from what recoil you might have expected. So, okay, got 5 rounds, same ammo, Barstow match grade barrel. .91. .1268. And 1243. Okay, so thanks for watching that segment chronographing my potential 40 open load. Like I said, that was Hodgdon CFE pistol with a 135 grain Rainier Ballistics bullet. Started at 8.0 grains, which is the starting load on Hodgdon's website. And I got to say, after looking at, after seeing those velocities just as they come up one by one, you know, 1215, 1240 something, 1250 something, I was a little disappointed, you know. So this is just kind of a just an example to always test your loads and not believe what it says in the book or what the book is now on the internet. So that is supposed to make a 1,300 feet per second out of a 4-inch barrel. So I thought, man, this is going to be awesome. I'm running this 5.3-inch barrel. It should be smoking. It should be cooking out of that thing. So a little bit under the 1,300 mark that I was looking for. 1275 actually would be a nice average velocity. That would be nice. I'd be happy with that. And actually, I'll be happy with whatever compensator I decide to go with. I'll be happy with whatever load works that compensator most efficiently. So it's nice to know that I've got, you know, I started at 8.0. I started at the starting load, and I've got plenty of room to run. I'm not maxed out where, you know, that powder is not going to be useful to me. It definitely will make major, and it did make major in our little session there out of both barrels. And so at least I got some room to play if I need more gas to work the comp. Again, it depends on what comp I decide to go with, and we'll continue to talk about this build as I go, a piece at a time. But it might be a while because the Glock certificate takes 5 months, 6 months, or something like that is the lead time they quoted me, and we're, you know, I'm past a month now, so it could be a while before I kind of get to the next step. So the velocities that we measured, I was calling out one by one on the camera there. I've averaged those out on the calculator here, and 1233.8 was the average for the factory barrel, and then 1257 and change was the average for the Barstow barrel. Those both make major power factor. If you take those average velocities and multiply by 135 grain bullet, and then divide by 1,000, you come up with 166 and a half power factor for the factory barrel, and 169.7 power factor for the Barstow barrel. So both of those are major, just barely. 1223 is the absolute floor. You need 1223 to make 165. So, you know, you want to be above that just in case there's some variances in the chronographs or the temperature, if your powder is temperature sensitive, or, you know, altitude or what have you. There's a lot of things that can affect your velocities at a major match where you're not, you know, you tested it at home, you took everything somewhere else. Sometimes things don't go your way, so you want to build in some extra little cushion there. Usually about 3, 4, 5 power factor extra, so shoot for about 170. So, you know, right there at the 8.0 grain starting load, I'm just about 170, so that's nice. The next step in this process is to pick a is to choose a compensator and then determine if this load will properly work the comp, which that means to stabilize the gun, to reduce the muzzle flip, so that when you're staring through that red dot optic, that the red dot does not leave the lens and runs as flat as possible, so that you don't lose track of that dot, and you just that's what the compensator is for, to keep that muzzle down. So it takes a little bit of work, especially when you're shooting 40 open like I like to do. You're kind of on your own as far as developing a load, because there's not many people that shoot 40 open. There are a bunch, but nowhere near as many as 9mm or 38 Super. And the bunch of people that shoot 40 open, some guys are running STIs, some guys are running Glocks, some guys are running MMPs or XDs. You got different types of barrels, you got different brands of barrels, you got different comps, different barrel lengths. People like different bullet manufacturers, different powder manufacturers. So you're less likely to find a decent sample size of other folks that shoot the exact same platform that you're shooting when you're shooting 40 open. So it's a bit of an adventure. It's a bit of fun to develop the load, and I'm looking forward to it. So unfortunately, that next step for me might not come for quite a while. The lead time quoted on the Glock certificate of the pistol that I won is like 5 or 6 months. So I'm just past the 1 month mark now. So it could be a while before we get to that next step. But we'll chronicle that build here on the show, and it'll be fun. So if you have any questions for me about anything about, you know, the Glock that I'm building, the shooting 40 open, anything like that, I do have experience shooting 40 open through an STI. If you got any questions about optics, what optics I'm looking at, I'm willing to share my opinion with you, and comps and anything like that. Just let us know. Shoot us an email, powerfactorshow@gmail.com. And I don't know, that's how the chrono procedure goes. If you have any questions about any of that stuff, let us know, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.